And welcome everybody to the Huddle. I'm Jason Barr, flying solo today here on King 9. Pat's off. He's on vacation on this second Thursday in October, talking sports with you on the King 9 streaming platforms, whether it's Roku, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all the ones that we're on. Thanks so much for joining me as we talk here a little sports on this Thursday afternoon, second Thursday in October. And, sports is really seasonal. Especially, when you think nationally, you think, well, we get into March and we've got March Madness, and then you've got opening day. And then you get into the playoffs of the NBA and the NHL, which are very exciting. And you get to the dog days of summer where it slows down a little bit. You look at here in Tucson, it really slows down in the summer. In July, we don't even have affiliated minor league baseball. And then kind of builds back up. And it builds back up into the football season. And football season has started well into football season here. And now you have the basketball team start. We just had red-blue game. The women's basketball team is about to start too. And you've also got other things like the Tucson Roadrunners starting up. And you've got the Major League Baseball playoffs, NBA, NHL starting up, Cardinals in full swing. And what you have here in Arizona right now is you have a couple of extremes. We've got this Arizona Cardinals NFL team, which very well they would be the best in football. They're the only undefeated team. They're 5-0. I think Tampa Bay might have something to say about that, and a guy who wears number 12. And the Cardinals are a little lucky, too. They would be 4-1 if not for a missed kick, but hey, we'll take it. They certainly looked the part. They're winning games that they would have lost a couple of years ago. They take on Cleveland this week, and they're going to put their 5-0 record on the line, and they look like the best team for sure in a good NFC West. And then you have this other extreme, and what we have here in Tucson is this University of Arizona football team, which is not getting any better. And it's a football team right now that is taking 2 steps backward for every 2 steps forward. We're not seeing the progress. And they took on UCLA at home this past Saturday. They get the opening kickoff. They're like, okay. And they have to take a timeout. You have the defense on its heels. You drive right down to the 9-yard line on your opening kickoff, and you're still confused. You have to call timeout. Why do you have to do that? They call timeout. They come back. I mean, that's a break for UCLA. Their defense gets to recover. They come back on the field after a timeout, and they have a false start penalty. So you take the ball down to the 9-yard line, and you go back-to-back timeouts and false start penalties. Obviously, good teams don't do that. And it wasn't just that false start penalty. They had 3 or 4 false start penalties. A false start penalty happens when you're on the road in a hostile environment, backed up to your own end zone. A false start penalty doesn't happen at home in front of 40,000 fans when you're driving down the field. Why are you confused? Just watch the ball. And it's one thing to have a false start penalty in week 1. This is week 5, and they're having multiple false start penalties. And they had 12 penalties. You can live with a penalty that's a holding penalty. You're trying real hard against a real tough defender. You can live with a borderline pass interference if you're playing the ball and it's a close call. You hate to see it. But false start penalties, you're just beating yourselves. And that's what bad teams do. And right now, they're a bad team. And the losing streak is now at 17 games. And Jed Fish says after the game, he says, well, we played better than we did against Oregon. What? Against Oregon, you actually look like you might win the game for a minute. They're cherry-picking stats if they say, well, we only held UCLA to 100 passing yards. That's because UCLA ran at 329 yards right down your team. They didn't need to pass the ball. I'm not seeing 2 steps forward. I'm seeing 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, not 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And now what you're in danger of becoming, and what the team has started to become, and it's tough to hear and it's tough to say, but the team is starting to become a little bit of a national embarrassment. Not only do you have the longest losing streak in the nation that's now spanned 3 years, up to 17 games, that's going to get talked about more and more. Everybody in sports is going to start to know the Arizona losing streak. And now it's starting to be picked up by national outlets. And what happened was the team had a little snafu a couple weeks ago. They put out on social media, this Arizona football team, that they were going to have walk-on student tryouts in the middle of the season. Now, if you cover football, this happens from time to time. Normally it happens in the off season, but it doesn't usually happen in the middle of the season, but sometimes it does. It's really not that big a deal. But because now they're starting to look like the bad news bears, media outlets picked up on it. And one of our competitors actually sent out a push alert, okay? Like this was some breaking news that they were going to have, that they were going to have in-season tryouts for walk-ons, for walk-on players. And so what happened is the New York, and we asked to go cover it here at K-Gun, and they wouldn't let us, but the New York Times got a hold of this. And the New York Times put out an article and actually covered the walk-on tryouts. And so because everybody was making such a big deal of this, I figured, well, I needed to ask a question. So 2 days ago with the media availability, I asked Brendan Carroll, the offensive coordinator, I said, well, what are you looking for in these walk-on tryouts? He looked like I was nuts. He gave me a look like I was crazy. I said, well, the team's been putting out that they're having walk-on tryouts. He said, well, I'm not directly involved. I said, well, what happens if you find somebody who's good? And he practically cut me off. And he said, if we found somebody from the scout team, the practice team would be happy. Well, then what are you doing it for? Actually, I think they should have had a little bit of an open mind. What if you have somebody who shows up and is 6'4"? If he can run a little bit, put him out wide receiver, he could do a fade pattern because Lord knows this team can't score in the red zone. The only way they scored in the red zone was through a trick play, and they almost messed that up against UCLA. The trick play almost didn't work. They can't score in the red zone. They can't score inside the 20-yard line. And you say, oh, well, maybe they have a chance to win this week against Colorado that's 1-4. Imagine how Colorado feels. Colorado is probably licking its chops to play this team that just gave up 329 yards rushing to UCLA. Colorado only scores 13 points a game. They're a 13-point favorite. How does that happen? And if you think that the odds makers don't know what they're doing, just look at last week. Arizona was a 16-point underdog. We're like, well, Arizona's not going to lose by 16 to UCLA. How did that work out? They lost by 18 points. They lost by 18 points to a bad UCLA team at home. And now they're 0-5, and now they're in danger of a winless season. And the message at the beginning of the season from the program was not, come take your kids to see our team, our kids. Come watch our kids build a program. The message was, we're going to win some games. Right now, you'd be happy if we won one game. You look at the schedule, there's multiple teams where it could come from. None of these teams are great. Colorado, Washington State, Cal, these aren't great teams. You'd like to think that somewhere along the line, one of these teams is going to take Arizona lightly, and Arizona can sneak off a win. They should. And sometimes, you're not even sure how to handle it because you take a look at, a South Carolina team in 1999, and they didn't win a game in Lou Holtz's first year. Nobody blamed Lou Holtz. They blamed the team that he inherited. And to Jed Fish, to be fair, he inherited a mess. This team was a mess. Players transferring, players not wanting to come here, can't keep recruits. The culture's messed up. The former players aren't happy. And he did a great job in the offseason. But right now, they've taken a step backward. Don Brown the other day, the defensive coordinator, it's not about who we play, it's about us, and it's about teaching. That's during training camp. We're 5 games into the season now. Now it's about being competitive and winning a game. And now the quarterback, Jordan McLeod, has gone down. And I know people are making this seem like this is an absolute huge loss for Arizona. It's a terrible loss for McLeod. You hate to see that. He was doing well. But it's not like Gunnar Cruz was awful when he was in there. He was just holding the ball too long. Actually, Gunnar Cruz's completion percentage was actually a little higher than McLeod's. Now, part of that is Gunnar Cruz is holding the ball way too long. He's got to get rid of the ball. And they've also got to design plays to get the ball out faster. And they're going to use the tight end more. They always say they're going to use the tight end. They never do. They got a couple guys they can use. Lions and Bryce Roma. They've got to get the ball out faster with McLeod, and there's got to be a rhythm on offense. Okay, because what happens is holds the ball too long, A, he's going to get sacked. B, you're going to have a holding penalty, and somebody's going to get hurt. You've got to have quick throws out. And he's got to realize, hey, if you're going to just chuck it away. Okay? Don't try to pass in there and get it picked off. Don't get sacked. Don't get a holding penalty. Just throw it away. That's what we need to see is quicker throws against Colorado. And we've got to see a defense that has got to stop the run. They couldn't stop the run against Colorado last year. And to try to think that they're going to go out there and win the first game on the road is a tall order. The over-under is 46. That's a lot of points for two teams that don't score a ton of points. And Colorado has not looked good. They got blown out at home to Minnesota. Their only win is against Northern Colorado. They're 1-4. If you can't beat this team, it's going to be tough the rest of the way. You're not beating USC. The size of Washington always gives them fits. And you don't want to go into that ASU game winless. I know you got Washington State and Utah in there too. But it's a team that we thought had hit rock bottom against ASU. And that was what was disappointing. Well, nothing can be worse than 70-7. We thought they'd hit rock bottom. And then they lose to NAU. And it's almost like it's a new rock bottom. And now we're not seeing the progress that we were hoping that we thought we would see at this point. It's not 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And it's frustrating for the fans, and you can't blame them for leaving early. You know, when fans left early third quarter, when Rich Rodriguez was coaching, I'm like, what are you doing? They can come back. It's a lethal offense. He put on a great product. This game was borderline boring against UCLA. I was looking at the clock. I never look at the clock for a football game. If family wants to leave early, you can't blame them. It's a frustrating time to be a Wildcat football team. This team had gone to 5 bowl games in 6 years, 5 winning seasons in 6 years. And now here we are a few years later, and they've got the longest losing streak in the country. And if this continues to build, we get to 18 games, we get to 19 games, we get to 20 games. Everybody in the country is going to pick up on this. Everybody in the country who follows sports is going to know about the Arizona losing streak. If you read the New York Times, I don't know what section it was in. I saw it online. It may not even have been in the sports section. But if you read the New York Times, and they're 3,000 miles away, they now know Arizona has a losing streak. You can't hide it at 1 a.m. whenever Arizona plays in East Coast time. It's going to start to be more a national embarrassment if they can't win a game. And their best chance is here against Colorado, against a team that's struggling almost as much as they are. Nobody's struggling as much as Arizona. You didn't have high hopes going into this year. I thought maybe 2 or 3 wins. You figured they're going to beat NAU. You figure maybe the San Diego State. You steal a win against a Pac-12 team who takes them lightly. But when you see the false start penalties, you see the timeouts, you see 329 rushing yards being given up. And mentally, they seem to be okay. You talk to them, and mentally, I believe them. They're not talking about the losing streak. Nobody goes into the locker room and says, losing streaks of 17 games. I don't think they're talking about the losing streak. But they got to know that it's going on in the back of their mind. And you don't want a situation where maybe you're up 24-14 in the third quarter to Colorado. I'm just making this up here. You're up 24-14 to Colorado. Colorado scores, and you're like, because we don't know how to win. Here it comes again. And the losing becomes contagious. And at the end of the day, for them to win a game, somebody's got to make a big play. We saw one of those big plays against UCLA when I believe it was Kenny Hebert knocked the ball loose, and Trayshawn Howard picked it up. And then McLeod got hurt, which was demoralizing. Somebody makes a big play on offense, on defense, and there's not a ton of big playmakers. Stanley Berryhill's a fine player. He's having a terrific year. He might be their best player. Would you call Stanley Berryhill explosive? I'm not sure I would. Somebody's going to have to step up and make a big play against Colorado. All right, so take a look at some comments here in the comment section. We got Paul LaValle, K-Gun trying to get their fans back, talking local. Well, we're talking local here. That's what we do. I could come on and talk about John Gruden. I mean, you can get that anywhere. So we thought we'd talk about Arizona football here and talk about a losing streak now, which is getting a little bit worse and starting to get a little bit more concerning and starting to take shape on a national stage. And as Barrett Baker, a former player, said in that New York Times article, probably not the best optics for that walk-on tryouts. And you talk about some of the people who showed up, you wonder if the New York Times is making fun of them, people who are, 5'4" or whatever. I think they should have had an open mind. They need a big wide receiver. They need a big guy who can go one-on-one with the defensive back in the end zone on a fade pattern. That would help them in the red zone. They got to get the tight ends more involved in the red zone. And who knows, maybe they need another trick play because they can move the ball a little, but then they can't score. And it took Jed Fish 5 weeks to figure out that Haversick was the better long field goal kicker, and Tyler Luke should kick it from a short distance because Lucas Haversick, the kicker who does a touchback almost every time, he's got a fantastic leg. He kicks these 45-yard field goals with 20 yards to spare. But when it leaves his foot, you don't know where it's going. So now they got the right strategy with the field goal situation. It looks like they're going to do Haversick from 40 yards out and Luke from 40 yards in. So you feel good about that in a late game situation. So they go to Colorado here as we wrap up. Colorado, I believe, about a 13-point favorite last I saw, with an over-under of 46. And that means they're thinking about a 23-10 type of game. Maybe bring it up a little bit. 27-13, 27-14 is what they're predicting. So, you like to think a team, like I said, takes them lightly, but I don't think Colorado's taking anybody lightly. They're 1-4. They need to win badly. And they're probably saying right now, imagine what they're thinking in Colorado. It's just what the doctor ordered for our team. Arizona's coming in this week. So that's where it stands here. And in the next couple of weeks, hopefully we can be talking about a win. Hopefully we will be talking about the Arizona men's and women's basketball teams and who just had their media day and their conference media day. A little surprised by Adia Barnes' comment that she thought they were going to be better this year. They might be more balanced this year, but that's a bold call. They went to the championship game last year and lost the player as number 3 pick in the draft. If that team took a step backwards, would be okay. We understand Adia's got players lined up for the next several years who are stars in high school. The program's going to be terrific. But early fall, it's about football until it's about basketball. And it hasn't been a great early fall here in Tucson with the Arizona football team at 0-5 on a 17-game losing streak dating back to 3 years. All right. I'm Jason Barr on the Huddle, and we'll see you next week at this time.